Good evening, friends. Welcome to the Proletariat's People's Petroleum Prefecture with the workers and the resources here in Krasnoyarsk. We're rebuilding Utopia. And the first residential building has actually come up and people have even moved in. I don't know if we can allow this at the moment. We're not really ready yet, but people are so eager to move out here, you see. That's great. Figure a bus line that we're going to have. You know, with big buses like these, 154 passengers a piece, yes, 2 of those, doing a little line that goes from, this is like Petroleum, raffinaderiet, raffinaderijobbare. Yes, you go there, but you need to apply this to a bus so that we can be specific. You go there from there, and then that's what you do. And now we realize that we can be specific, and we want to be specific. That's what you do. Not that there it doesn't really matter what you do to just unload people. But here, yes, only get in. Educated workers, please. Line spacing enabled. Yes. That's for the workers of Utopia, coming very soon. They have the school open. That's great. No one's working at the shopping center though. That's not so great. But we won't get any more workers than these. How long? These 9 stay. Could move them back to town. No, they choose to come here. I'm sorry. Didn't disallow them to move in. What is it? The hospital. We don't have a hospital in Utopia yet. We're going to need that. Might as well get going on it. Yes, and more buses, but this time smaller and faster and going differently. But still 2 of them. This time it will be for the students seeking higher education at the university. There we go. That's the wrong thing. You wanted the other one. For passengers, yes. This refinery workers. That one. Good. Line spacing. But you only get students, and you only get students with basic education. Yes. No passengers. No tourists. And don't load in that end. Maybe not. Okay. That's where we have last chance to buy Wartburg 353. Feuerer Kommandante Auto. Ja. Nein, bitte. Wir sind gut. Mit Feuern Auto. They're missing Prefab Panels. We're nicht sind good with the Prefab Panels though. I think we're out. are out. And the ship with the prefab panels, where is... Ah, it's just arrived. Didn't have that much. Many prefab panels. Oh, this always happens, this. I don't know how to get this to bring a very large amount, please, of these here prefab panels. We don't, we take no steel next time, say. And, no steel. We some. Yeah, there you go. That's not a lot, 115 tons. If we're going to build Utopia, we're going to need prefab panels. But we could make them ourselves. I've been buying them all this time. We could make them ourselves. How hard is it to make prefab panels? It isn't that difficult. You need gravel and cement, I would think. And work. Prefab panels factory. You require gravel and cement. You produce prefab panels. And gravel we have out here, but we don't have workers out here. No. But the gravel is where it is. We have gravel here too. So it's a bit tight. Yeah, but I think that's what it will have to be if we want to make it the prefab panels factory. What? In 1989 we're getting around to building this. This should have been built many a moon and a day sun cycle year, even decades ago. This. Oops, I purchased the road. I'm terribly sorry. I believe that's the first misclick. Wasn't that one time there was something? I don't know. Might have been. That road is one of the few then that has not been hand-built to the strictest damned single little thing. Actually, as speaking of, how are you doing? I have prefab panels now. A few. You have all you're going to need. Lovely. Citizens' health is too low. In Utopia, I would think, yes. Again, they move in here. I don't know if we allow when they're finished here. Yes, then they'll be good. But how are they doing in the first one? I still 9 remaining, but not very happy with things. Getting hungry, getting unhealthy. Very, very upset. 28% happiness. And with the productivity, that's like nothing. 30%. More or less all of them have 30% productivity. Great, but we'll get new blood in. These could be It could be, recently turned adult here. All of them. And they are happy. Some have a degree, some not. But yeah, you will have a problem, I'm afraid. You need a ambulance to hospital. I don't think you're going to make it. This was a terrible time to choose to move out of your parents' flat, Maybe you should have gone to the hospital first. Out here we don't have quite yet. We're working on it. Oh, I died. Oh, 15,000. 15,000 citizens of the nation. Still 1.1 ton of prefab panels short right there, and this one then. How about a ton there too? Do we have? We don't have any. They tell me that's it. We have 16, but within a river cargo ship. We have a little stash. Wouldn't you know it? For just such an occasion. 152 tons. It's not a lot, but it will last us for a bit whilst we wait for the big thing to make its way back here. That's going to take forever. This isn't quick neither, but yeah, at least we had prefab panels laying about. That's great. I go back to the docks. Whatever you call it, the depot for boats. Shipyard, ship dock. Shipyard is where you build boats, right? More of the type. I don't know, but this is a big one though. In either case, it's a big one. And nice, this 12,000 tons of fuel on it. And the pension fund is not even bad. 3.5 billion rubles. Not so much. But it's looking quite... This is damn grim, this place. It's the same pattern all over again. The same building repeated. What the hell is this? And it's 1 kilometer, but we have trees. I haven't planted trees in town. It's going to take, for things to happen such a way that the shovel... You don't need to send these many people here. 55 workers on the construction site eagerly awaiting 1.1 tons of prefab panels. You could go to work at the hospital instead, where they have plenty of stuff. But the source is not without prefab panels, so you should be coming. Yeah. Now we can move people in. And we take the most sick people and see if their life can be extended. Population overlay citizens' living preferences, please, and their lifespan 49. Not the lowest I've ever seen, I think. I mean, we have 4 buildings, we fill them up. Well, we don't fill up both, but fill up maybe a few. 3. I think that we'll get quite a number of people actually moving out here. Their own free will. You see, we have 60 workers in this one. This would have... okay, it's open now. Yes, now it's open. Now we have yet another building. Yo. System health too low. Yes, and a bit more. There you go. Now, one of these takes 77 tons. I think there was like 150 tons on the boat. Can only do one until the big boat gets home. Regrettably. We can go and have a look at the harbor. How much we got? 150 tons. 77. We can't do 2. Regrettably. The Prefab Panels factory, is that made out of Prefab Panels or is that made out of bricks? They actually build that? Yes. It would appear so. Let's plan it in. I know this is going to need by the time we're finished with this, the big boat is going to have gotten here by a big margin, and this will be a waste of time. Especially since we don't get workers walking. I don't know if I can be bothered to ship people in on a... no. The boat will be here soon enough. Hopefully with a bit of prefab panels on board. The pub is open. The kindergarten is working. The school is working. We should get... this is for students and for workers. Wouldn't you know it? If you were to go over to the next stop initially, wouldn't that help? Like a lot with the line spacing. Anyone want to ride on board? Yeah, we had one student is here waiting. 16, 15-year-old. Old. We might. 8 workers we got for the fuel refinery. Stuck behind an old truck going slowly. Yes, and the reason we're going very slowly now is because we have caught up to the other one. Yes. Not good. Eight workers. Number of workers waiting, yes. Utopia, but yes, worker. We got workers this time to be good. Do you think any of the students ever make it? There's a red bus. They are coming to do construction. Here's one though. The university bus. None. None? Come on, there's been people waiting here. There isn't any people waiting here now. Workers though. We're getting a respectable amount. We got a student. The other bus is coming. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to ride it. Go to university. They might just. Or you just might. Julia. 16 years old. And you were moved out here. To Utopia. It looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes, but breathe in the air and feel how refreshing and healing it is. What are you? Speaking of state infrastructure, a pollution monitoring station here so that we can keep track of just how very good the air actually is. Yes, I'm going to plant a few trees maybe too at some point. For now though, very good with this. I should have a little town hall somewhere. Yeah, oh, it's okay. The average lifespans in not very high numbers. You couldn't get meat, you couldn't do all sorts of business. What's the matter with you? We haven't fixed the meat delivery for you. That's what's the matter. I shall fix. Right from here. Get ourselves a big goddamn freezer truck out of Sweden. We buy it and tell you go to harbor, fill up on meat at the freezer or whatever it is supposed to be. And I go to the shopping center and wait until unloaded, and that will be just great. When they don't get meat, they get very upset eventually. 59% happiness up. No culture building. They don't have. I was hoping television, but I'm not convinced that television does a whole lot these days. It used to work differently. It does something. Or if you turn off the Soviet propaganda completely, I get real happy, and loyalty is influenced nothing at the moment. I get 7% culture out of this. I mix in about 20% Soviet propaganda. Yes. None of the people here have gotten to the point where they have a television yet. Why aren't you buying televisions? your demands are to have food and drink alcohol, and that's it. Currently at home, doing nothing. Why didn't you buy yourself a radio to start with? Get yourself. We have electronics. You're working at the hospital. The hospital is finished. Oh, it's a bit overstaffed. A bit. Slightly. Still no decent ambulances available. What is this? Why are there so more ambulances? This only has 34 kilowatt engine. It's terrible. Yes, I know. Small distribution office. There is one more thing to do for you to do here. You say the hospital too. Yes. But now they're being clever though and going for a refuel. That's an emergency. Where are you going? No. Okay. That wasn't the point. Point were for you to stay local here. I suppose we're low on ambulances in town. I might be busy. Yeah, they don't stand around in the parking lot for too long. But they do stand around. Especially this one. Why? It's just, now it's it didn't refuel here before it went. So it will only refuel even though the workplace has fuel. It will only trigger maybe if it is below the refueling limit. If you were sending a big digger out to a remote work area, you'd want to fill it up. Just top it up, even if it is already like 3/4 of the way there. Want to top it up. Still no meat, but it's coming. It's not far away. You are unable to get off at the oil refinery. Is it so? I thought it meant that we are doing intense refining then. Yeah, pretty good. An orphanage is on fire. Oh no. Oh, they're bringing every goddamn thing we have. Basic supplies for children. You don't have any meat? Why you don't have any meat? You do this right. Or you're loading meat at the incorrect place maybe. Where are you loading meat? That's not the incorrect place. That's the correct place. We don't have any meat for the moment. Ah, we have a meat shortage. How unfortunate. The boat is out. That's the case, it's going. No. This is a big tanker. This is a big payday. That is going out. Almost $300,000 is sailing away for us here. A lot of hard work in the refinery, and by our nice pumps and piping network. All of it working in conjunction. Yes, and Utopia, any conjunction in Utopia. So far, a little bit. But how is it here with the 145 tons we have? Yes, but not in a handy spot, I don't think. Build another one, see what happens. Pretty students. I mean, while this bus stop was put in as a, we have another bus stop for the electrical. It's if we wanted it. Then again, it's they seem to be doing all right. $15,500 people. It's amazing growth. We have. Must look at all over time. This is a real nice growth curve that we've had. On hard, great citizen reaction still. Yes, we are. Nice orphanages. That does it when we had such a low average lifespan. Yes, I think Utopia will be coming along. That's not the way Utopia lies. Utopia lies this way. Well, they have the kindergarten and they have Red Star. Great. Slightly larger staffing at the hospital might be required. Are they happy or are they grumpy in longer run time? Lots of people can't get meat. No, but that's really not going to be a problem for very long. Yes, it is, because the boat arrived. It looks like a freezer to me. No, just isn't set to wait until loaded down at the harbor. No, that boat I imagine is going to be. It's actually right now in at this very moment it has docked. Fantastic. The contents of the freezer is not enough to keep us whilst it sails to the Soviet Union and buys a load of meat. Economy and trade this year, how much did we spend? 1.5 million. Electronics is getting very expensive though. 22 million. God damn it. Keep it. Take it easy here. I think enough people are watching television that it is worth it. Yes, look at this. The government loyalty, average productivity 108%. We could do a little bit better, but we'll have to be decently happy with this. Not with this though. This should be over here. Preferably. What's the matter with you? Some of you have like real low productivity. Like 30% I have seen. But here's a lot of them with much. What conclusions can we draw about this? So we need to notify the affiliates. We're running very long. Again. Power. We don't have a whole lot more electricity. Take out traffic jam down by the freezer harbor, maybe. Freezer at the harbor. Yes. You don't have any meat. What didn't the boats? No? Oh, we don't have a dedicated meat boat here, or how does it work? Oh, we might not, you know, I don't know. Yes, we do. It's over here. This is where you're supposed to get the meat. This is the wrong place. This is no good. No, the orphans are not getting any meat. Start by loading there instead, I think. You'll have a much better time. And you do the very same. Take it at a more leisurely pace. You can enjoy the landscape and all the work. Half-built cement container. Don't need it, turns out. But you'll sort yourselves out here, I imagine, eventually. This is doing great. There's quite a difference in price in rubles and dollars here for the meat. 10,000 rubles or $20,000, or the other way around. Yeah, quite the other way around. Exactly the other way around. Yes, this Utopia business. How's that going? Poorly. Regrettably, because the prefab panels have arrived. How much did you get this time? Not a lot, 95 tons we have on board, and then we have a bit But that might be enough to do something. Three of them at the very least. I think we can build a whole row. That's it. We have the little Utopia. Yes, we do. Pub is open. Comrade bar drinks. Very much. So this, we hope, can be used to keep the oil refinery at going at 100%. Although, since most people are walking there, it might be difficult to get efficient use out of a big bus. With regards to how it works. We'll see. Yes, we'll see. Indeed. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night.